Coffee, what's your favorite team? Okay. I don't want to answer this, right? Maybe some of you who know Coffee, if you don't know, if you're not a loyal watcher, I'll tell you in maybe about 30 seconds. I want y'all to put in your favorite team, okay? Let me know who your favorite team is. We'll give some shout-outs. I see Tom Bennett says the Raiders. Xavier Charles is the Raiders. I think y'all are just trying to predict my favorite team. Don Bon Javoski says the Chargers. I see St. Louis, maybe even the Rams. The Dolphins from Waco. I want you to shout out your favorite team. Mel Beavers, the Bears. BJ Lowry is a Patriots fan. We got a 49ers fan in the chat from Jackson. And what else we got? Juan Hernandez is a Raiders fan. John Tucker, Dallas Cowboys for me. I'm a new fan, but I'm a Raider fan. So shout out to Raider Nation. Let's go to my man Cole Allen. What up, my dude? Make sure you guys are using hashtag NFL. Do the 49ers sign a lot of undrafted free agents because they did not have a lot of picks? I think it's something that you could potentially see, right? I mean, if you're the 49ers, you did have picks 13 and 31 when the draft started. You trade back 13, get pick 14, and then at pick 31, you traded up to get 25. When you don't have a second, third, or fourth round pick, that kind of limits your ability to really build. I understand the 49ers went to the Super Bowl last year, but they do obviously still have some holes. I do think that this is a team that you see goes out and gets a lot of UDFAs. Okay, let's go to the next question here from Wyatt Kerwin. Who won the Marquise Goodwin trade? So, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm actually a big Marquise Goodwin fan. I think when you have a player who has his type of athletic speed, I mean, anytime somebody can run a 4.27, right? Like, Marquise Goodwin is U.S. Olympic sprinter type of speed. But I will say that I think him going to the Philadelphia Eagles is a pretty interesting pick here. So here were the trade details. The Eagles, they get Goodwin and a 6th-round pick. The 49ers, they get a 6th-round pick. So, I mean, I think you got to give it to the Eagles. Do I think Goodwin is he's kind of had only one good year, which is probably back in 2018, yes, but for Philadelphia, you needed a lot of speed. You went out and got it. So I'm probably going to say the winners of this trade are the Eagles. But y'all can let me know. Type E for Eagles, or you can type 4 for 49ers. And if you're a diehard 49er fan, we do have an Unbelievable 49ers channel. It's at youtube.com/49erstv. Go give a major shout out to my man, Thomas Mott. And speaking of Thomas Mott, he actually kills it as well with our Eagles channel. 2 channels that we do a lot of work here for. Weekly videos. 49ers might have to be about, 3-4 videos a week now. Go check out our Eagles channel, though. It's youtube.com/Eagles now. All right, let's get some more questions flowing in here. More questions here. Go subscribe to our Eagles channel, youtube.com/Eagles now. Nathan, what up, my dude? We got greatest value for a first-round pick this year. So I think greatest value, I mean, I don't really want to say Isaiah Simmons at pick 8, but if I'm being honest with y'all, I think I almost got to go CeeDee Lamb. I mean, CeeDee Lamb was the top wide receiver on my board. He ended up falling all the way to pick number 17 to the Dallas Cowboys. I was pretty surprised the Raiders didn't take him at 12, and when you look at Tom Downey's big board, Tom had CeeDee Lamb, I believe, at like player 8, so the fact that he fell all the way down to 17 was a pretty big surprise for me. So I'm probably going to end up going with CeeDee Lamb, who was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys at pick 17. If y'all want to let me know, though, who you think the biggest day one steal was, throw it in the comments. I am going to go, though, pretty confidently with a CeeDee Lamb. Another pick that I actually liked a lot, though, I will admit, Patrick Queen. I think he's going to be sneaky good there for the Baltimore Ravens, who just kind of seem to be the team that always are able to find that solid linebacker and turn him into something special. So if I was Queen, I'd be really happy that I ended up landing in Baltimore. All right, let's continue the show here. We got 179,419 subscribers. Let's get to 180, okay? If we can get to 180,000 new subscribers, I'm not just going to do one Q&A. I'm going to do 2 Q&As, okay? So if you want me to stay on, let's do that. Strangest pick from the Cardinals. Okay, let me pull up the Cardinals draft picks here. Oh, we already got him. Perfect. Isaiah Simmons, Josh Jones, Lakeith Fotu, Rashard Lawrence. I would probably say if I had to go strangest pick, I guess I'm going to go with Rashard Lawrence. I think he's a pretty solid player. I also had a bold prediction that no LSU players would be drafted in round 4. He's kind of, as Tom would say, I think plays or looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane type of role. But I love Isaiah Simmons. I like Josh Jones a lot, so I can't go with that. I think Josh Jones is actually a great steal there at number pick 72. I love what the Cardinals are doing this offseason. The NFC West is a really tough division, but they are doing a lot of the right things. Let's go to my man B.J. Lowry, who needs to get a pick. Should the Patriots trade for Aaron Rodgers? You know what? If they were to trade for Aaron Rodgers, I can guarantee we'd be making a video about it. That's for sure. However, I mean, the reason why you're asking this is because they traded up to pick number 26 to go out and get Jordan Love, quarterback from Utah State. And when I see a lot of the moves that the Packers made, it's head-scratching to me, right? You're looking at a team that lost 38-7, sure, in the NFC Championship game. But Aaron Rodgers, 36 years old, I still think he's got maybe 1 or 2 elite years left. Maybe even elite is pushing it really good years. But when you see some of the moves that they made today and yesterday and on Thursday, it kind of seems like they're planning for the future. So if Aaron Rodgers wants to go to the Patriots, and if the Patriots offer him enough, hey, it would be pretty interesting. But I will say I would be very surprised to see him go. But I also said the exact same thing about Brett Favre, and wouldn't you know it, he ended up leaving the Packers too. Let's go to the next question here on the show. We got Cole Bro Gaming. Do you think Jalen Hurts will be bad or good this year? I honestly don't even know if we're going to see Jalen Hurts, right? Like, I mean, I think you might see him in a Taysom Hill type of role. You might add a few extra plays to the playbook. But if you're the Eagles, I mean, even Howie Roseman struggled with this question when asked yesterday, what do you plan on doing with Jalen Hurts? Or, like, what's the best outcome from Hurts? And he didn't really have a good answer because, I mean, let's face it, if Jalen Hurts plays well this year, that means Carson Wentz got hurt. I can ask all Eagles fans this. You don't want to see Carson Wentz go down. So I like Hurts. He's a fun prospect. I personally had him going in round 3. But with him going in round 2 to the Eagles, it was a little bit of a head-scratcher to me. But I do see this team adding a lot of speed. I'm going to be curious to see if they run maybe some trick plays with a Jalen Reagor, with a Marquise Goodwin, with a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, who I think if he's going to profile the best, it's actually probably going to end up a little bit more as a running back in the NFL. I just don't think he's quick enough in processing plays at the NFL level to be able to be a quarterback. All right, let's get some more questions. What do you guys got for me? Jackson, grade the Trent Williams pick. So it's a trade. If you're the San Francisco 49ers, I'm going to give it an A. Now, I think Joe Staley is honestly one of the greatest tackles that I've ever seen play during my lifetime, and at age 36, I'm kind of sad to see him retiring. But if you're the 49ers, right, and if you're losing out on a Joe Staley, you replace him with Trent Williams at age 31. Sure, he's set to make $12.5 million this year, but when he was playing with the Redskins, he was arguably one of the best offensive tackles in the entire NFL. So you get to now still protect Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to be solid in the run game, which is what you want to be able to do with the 49ers. I'm going to give it an A. I think the 49ers got really kind of lucky here with this pick, and it seems like that's where he wanted to go. It seems like that's the coaching staff that he believed in. There were reports that he didn't want to go to the Minnesota Vikings and ends up going to the 49ers, so I'm going to give it an A. Zudini 5150. Can the Raiders now trade Lamarcus Joyner and Arden Key? So Arden Key, if you cut him, you save like $400K. The only issue is I don't know any NFL teams right now that want to go out and trade for a player like an Arden Key, where since he's come out of LSU, it has not been very productive. And then also, if in terms of Lamarcus Joyner, they've already paid him $8 million this year, so I would actually be pretty surprised if the Raiders ended up trading Joyner. So I'm going to get some shout-outs here to some other Super Chats I've seen come through. Matt George, your opinion on the Finns draft. Big love from the UK. I think they filled a lot of holes, but I also will say this. They kind of reached on a lot of picks. I think they're doing the right things. They had a great free agency, but I still think that they reached a little bit. Also, JM, how far you think the Hawks go this season? I think they win 10 games. I think the NFC West is a very tough division. I don't love their draft, obviously, but when you have Russell Wilson, you're able to cover up a lot of those mistakes. And then the other Super Chat I see is from Arden of the Death. Appreciate all those $2 Super Chats. All right, so it sounds like you're a Raider fan there, Zudini. If you're looking for a Raiders jersey, go to chatsports.com/Raiders1. Also, if you're a fan of a whole bunch of teams, we have a lot of jerseys, okay? Chatsports.com/Chiefs1. Bottom line, If you want to go out and get your team, okay, your favorite player from this year's draft, all you got to do is put in chatsports.com/yourteam and then the number 1. It's very, very simple. So if you want to pre-order a CeeDee Lamb jersey, you guys probably going to get the drill. Chatsports.com/Cowboys1. If you want a Cardinals Isaiah Simmons pre-order, chatsports.com/Cardinals1. So your favorite team, insert it. Chatsports.com/team1. Get your team's jersey.